As discussed in the last class, we tried to understand how to retrieve the data from the database and display in the browser by using JDBC Servlet and this HTML concept. Am I right? Okay, everybody is clear how to fetch the data from the database and display in the browser. So for that, what are the resources we need, or what are the technologies we used? HTML we used, and Servlet programming we used, and JDBC programming we used. And so the database might be used. Some of the database might be MySQL in our example, right? So in this whole process, whatever we did to completely getting data from back end to front end, so whole this process in this architecture, do you guys have any doubts? Do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. See, in our example, we took a city table, which is existing table in MySQL in the old database, which is already defined in that. And also we know that how to create a database and how to create a table, right? And how to update the data in the table by using SQL queries. We know that. We have seen that. So in our last example, like to fetch the data from database and display in the browser and front end, so we use the table called the city, which is in a old table. So as part of that, what we did is we fetched the ID and name of the city and the country code of that particular city. So these are the three columns we captured and displayed, right? So am I right that so everybody did this, right? This example, correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, so guys, do you have that code with you? Can you ping me here so that I will start from that place? Are you pinging? Are you sending me? Anusha, you have that code, no? Please ping me.
Sir, just connected to mobile, sir.
Muni, do you have that code?
No, sir. My lab some problem, sir.
Okay, fine, no problem. So,
I'm
let
sending,
me.
sir.
Yeah, you have that. Okay, please send. Okay. So I'm going to create. Please send it. Meanwhile, I'm going to create a new servlet which takes the data from the database and give back to the browser. Hmm? And send me that country.html file if you already written that, and the servlet file. Both file I needed. So I will start from there. So I'm going to explain how to edit the same table and update the update or edit and delete the data from that table. and also insertion of the data into that table. Because till now we know how to retrieve. So total other three operations we have to understand. So you guys know that, right? I created the application, web application through the Eclipse. Create a new uh, dynamic web project, and when you create, the structure will become like that. So this structure mainly you can use this SRC to write all your classes. Under web content, you can create HTML files like country dot html of the file, whatever the file you like it, you can give it. That's up to you. Are you sending?
Yes, sir.
How are you sending in the chat? But anyway, don't worry. I will explain if you don't have. Just copy paste it. That's it. If you have that. So look at this. This is HTML. Tags dot head tags dot. Mm, this one body tags dot body tag, and this dot with the title here. You can give whatever the title or what else city. The title will display in the browser and the title bar. So I'm going to create a new servlet. Okay. Padma, will it take time to you?
Sir, already sent it, sir, in chat box.
No, I haven't received anything. But anyway, leave it. I'm going to explain the new way of development. Okay. So look at this, guys, carefully. Everybody know that how to hold the architecture like request data, response data, HTTP, and getting the data by using JDBC and putting that data into the response dot get writer. That writer will take to the browser. This flow, that basic flow. Okay. Now I'm going to create a new servlet. So right click on this SRC, a new servlet. I'm going to name it as servlet city search, city search. Okay. Okay. Search servlet. I'm just giving my own name because I'm going to search city. Okay. Okay. This is the class name I have to give here, and this the package name. I'm going to use the com.code stream, and you can see that super class. Okay. So what is the super class? By default it is populating when I trying to create java x.servlet.http.htip search.
HTTP servlet.
Yeah. So now look at these guys, and I will come to this part actually. So this is the package name. This is the servlet class name. Okay. This is the folder and all. This is the project. and I'm clicking on the next button, and it is asking the URL mapping. You do the URL mapping in the browser, right? I mean web.xml, right? Here, you can do directly here. It will city search. Okay, so city search. Now I gave that. So now I'm going to click on the next button, and here if you can see that it is asking do get do post. I will come to this and explain you. For time being, do get do post. Okay. So look at this class clearly. I created from the Eclipse by using Servlet option. So this is, if you observe this, this we can call it as the annotation. Okay. So at we you can see here, right, the symbol at the date, some name, that is web servlet or something. So that annotation will is nothing but it's look like a configuration what we did in a web.xml, right? So like servlet name, servlet class, and again servlet mapping. So name and URL pattern, like this. Okay, so whatever we did in a web.xml, the configuration for that particular servlet, the same thing will take care. Same, the meaning is the same here. So by using single annotation configuration, we can done with the configuration instead of doing more all the configurations like that. Simply you can do, you can add at web servlet bracket open bracket close. Within that, you can use your own path name. But if you go and do in a XML, you have to do like lengthy configuration. So you no need to do that. So after that, they implemented annotations. You can go and do the annotations also. Okay. So what is this part, guys? This is like a URL configuration for that particular servlet. What is the URL you can use to access this servlet? So that is the path we configured by using at the date web servlet, at the date web servlet annotation tag, at the date web servlet annotation tag. So this is a part of java dot javax dot servlet dot annotation dot web servlet. By using this web servlet annotation, you can do the configuration, URL configuration for that particular servlet. So in a single line of code, you are done with the mapping, I mean configurations. Okay, instead of doing web.xml like 4 5 lines, so you can do like this also. Okay, so that's up to you. You have this option also. Right now, let's try to use this. And if you come this part here, if you observe that, so this is the class we have public class city search servlet extends HTTP servlet. So city search servlet extend HTTP servlet. Generally, so what is servlet? When we can call it as a class is a servlet, when generally we can call it as a class is a servlet. Guys, you have to respond. When we can call it as a class is a servlet. Hmm? How do you decide the class is servlet or not? You don't know? Let's say if you look at some class program, so you have to decide whether it is a servlet program or normal class. At what basis you will decide it?
Methods, sir.
Methods? Muni, any idea? So my question, did you get my question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the what is the answer? When you can say the class, whatever the class in the Java class, whatever the class we wrote, so whether it is a servlet program or not, at- how can you say that? Let me go here. in the test class or something. Now you guys tell me, not this acceptable report on this. Now you guys tell me, is it a servlet program? This Excel report is a servlet program? Okay. So how you decided it is not a servlet program? On what
Servlet
basis?
program having must and should for 5 methods, sir.
Servlet?
Program must and should 5 methods, sir.
What are the
Having
5 methods? Destroy?
destroy
Uh-huh.
and
Next method?
init method,
Init
response method,
Service method.
Init method,
Service.
service method. Uh-huh. Okay. Next.
Servlet info method.
Get servlet. Info method. Next. Next, what is the other method? Hmm? Yes, you don't know?
Servlet config, sir.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, so get servlet config, returning config. Okay. Now I provided 5 methods, right? Correct, na? Now can we call this programs Excel report program is the servlet program? Can we call this Excel report is a servlet program? No answer from you. You don't know anything?
Extend servlet, sir.
Muni, you are saying something?
Yes, sir. Excel report is not. It is a class, sir. Not
No, I
servlet is
provided 5 methods, right? So can we call this servlet program?
no, sir.
Okay. Then when we can call, you guys only told that, if you provide 5 methods, must and should implement 5 methods, then we can call it as a servlet program. But I provided it. Now you are saying that is not a servlet. Why? Then
Excel
when,
report is not interface, sir.
okay, if it is an interface, then can we call it as a, uh, you know,
No, sir.
can we call it as a program, servlet program?
No, sir.
So, just
Then what is the answer, Anusha, for this my
sir,
question?
just implement servlet interface. Implement
Implement?
servlet, sir.
Okay,
Like class Excel report.
okay.
Implement.
So that then, so implement servlet interface. So you want
Yes, sir.
me to implement the servlet interface for this Excel report,
Yes, sir.
right? Is it
Yes, sir.
correct? Servlet interface, servlet. That's it, na?
Yes, sir.
So then we call it as a servlet program? The Excel report is a servlet program now. Hmm? Don't know?
Yes.
Muni, what is the answer? So you
Sir,
guys don't have, you know something, but you guys don't have confidence. That's the problem. Hmm? Okay.
actually, server program having implement of server program and satisfy the five methods. Set five methods. Destroy, initiate.
Hmm.
Set five methods.
Okay. Okay. So see, this is not the first time I explained, right? This is, many times I explained. We try to do the examples on that. So when the program is a, if you want to implement any servlet program, two things has to be the mainly one main thing is you have to implement, whether directly or indirectly, you have to implement a servlet interface which is in a java x.servlet.servlet. So whenever you are implementing any interface, you have to provide implementation for all the methods of that interface, servlet interface. The methods of that servlet interface are init method, destroy method, service method, get servlet info method, get servlet config method. These are the five methods we have. So we have to provide. Then only we can call it as a that program is a servlet program. And now go and see that city search. Okay, so I told about this already, the annotation, you don't worry. And now you guys tell me whether this program is a servlet program or not. Hmm? So I just wrote city search servlet, right? Can we call this is a servlet program or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why at what basis you are telling this is a servlet program?
Extend HTTP servlet, sir.
Hmm? Extend HTTP.
Servlet.
Then so what is our rule? We learned some rule, right?
How to,
About the
sir,
servlet program just now. So you
implements.
forgot about that rule?
Uh,
A class which implements the servlet interface and providing implementation for all the methods of that servlet interface, then we
server.
can call it as a servlet program. Now, I am not implementing the servlet interface. I am extending the HTTP servlet. Now, how can you say this is a servlet program? Okay, come to this point here.
HTTP
So what I am doing here, I am
is
extending. This is the class. This
extending.
is also a class. This is not an
Yes, sir.
interface, right? extending the HTTP servlet.
HTTP
So
servlet.
this HTTP servlet is part of, look at this javax.servlet.http.http servlet, because everything it's running on HTTP protocol, right? So that means
Yes, sir.
um, instead of developing from our side, they already developed one common servlet, that is HTTP servlet, which can be used to create your own servlet. Okay, so this servlet, if you go and see that this servlet, HTTP servlet, let me go to the documentation about the HTTP servlet. So we can develop a servlet program by extending HTTP servlet also. Please remember. So till now we developed a servlet by implementing the servlet interface. And another way of developing a servlet program is we can develop a
HTTP
servlet program by extending a class HTTP servlet.
servlet.
Okay. Now let's go and look understand about the HTTP servlet, guys. Let's go understand about the HTTP servlet. So this HTTP servlet program, if you look at this HTTP servlet program, okay, this HTTP servlet program. So this is do delete, do get, do head, do options, do post,
To
do
post
put, do
to
like this. We have
this.
many do XSS methods. Okay, so what are these do XSS methods? Is you can know two methods till now. Whenever we are requesting from the browser in the form action, we know that by default it is a do get method, right? So and post method, the two method kind we already explained. So if you want to append the data from URL, you can use the get method. If you want to send without appending the data, then you can use do post method. But for now, leave it about it. We will come and I will come there and explain. So if you see that HTTP servlet method class, it is a class. What is the super class of this HTTP servlet? What is the super?
Servlets.
Servlet.
Can you see the document? You can
Sir.
see that. So what is the super class of that HTTP servlet?
Generic servlet, sir.
Okay. So super class of HTTP servlet is generic servlet. If you go and see that generic servlet is implementing which interface?
Servlet interface.
Yes. So that means if you understand this directly or indirectly, our class is also implementing the servlet
Servlet
interface.
interface.
So already they developed one servlet called generic servlet. Okay, that generic servlet is implementing all these methods. Look at this destroy method. This is the class, guys. This is not a interface. Generic servlet is a class. They are already implementing the destroy method, get init param, get init. These are the extra methods they provided. Leave it about it. They implemented a mm, get servlet
Get
config,
servlet.
get servlet info, and get init method and
Init
service method. So we have two inits method here. One is get servlet config, which takes the get servlet config and which doesn't take anything. Okay. But anyway, these are all the extra methods. But we have those five methods which are part of the servlet interface, right? So servlet interface have five methods. Do you have those
sir.
implementation or not? This is the one,
Yes, sir.
this is
Init
the two,
method.
and this is the third,
Get servlet.
and four,
For
and five. Five
destroy.
methods.
File.
We have other extra methods also. That's not a problem. We can develop a number of uh, other extra methods when we are implementing any interface. It's not a mandatory to develop only that implementation. Along with that implementation, you can do other method implementation also. Okay, you got you got the clarity, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now let's go and talk about this is a generic servlet. They already implemented. They already implemented the
Did
servlet interface
servlet
and they have
interface.
taken care something. Okay, and this generic servlet is a normal class or not? Look at this. What kind of class it is?
Abstract.
So do you know what is abstract class? What is the meaning of this abstract class? We already discussed, right? What is the difference between
Sir.
abstract classes, normal classes?
Wait.
Hmm? You forget it, right?
Wait.
Do you remember? So
Just
abstract classes
sir.
we cannot create a object for
Any
any
Object.
object.
object for that class. If you have an abstract class, we cannot create directly object for this. So you cannot create like a new generic servlet, something like that. So okay, so that is that. So that means you cannot use that directly. So that is the reason they extended that class and implemented HTTP servlet. HTTP servlet they implemented some of the methods. So look at this, they implemented service method. But this service method is taking HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response. And we have the another service method which takes the servlet request and servlet response. Can you see that? Okay,
Sir.
so like this generic servlet is already implemented this method. Again, they are overriding this method. You know that what is override, right? If we keep the same method in the superclass and subclass,
Superclass
we
subclass.
can call it as a override.
Overriding.
Yeah. So we will talk about these do XXX methods. These are all the do XXX methods. We can say do delete, do get, do head, do options, do post, do put, do trace. These are all the based on the request method type. These methods they defined it. We will talk about it. But you guys understand that HTTP servlet is already extending the generic servlet. Generic servlet is implementing the servlet interface. Okay. Now what you are trying to do is you are just extending the HTTP servlet which is already defined, right? So then, so you look at this. I don't provide anything here. Look at this. I just extend the HTTP servlet. Okay. I just extend the HTTP servlet. This is the empty thing. Okay, so this is the empty thing. If you look at this, so this empty thing here, if you see that, so now can we call this as a servlet or not? So this is the simple program which I am extending HTTP servlet and not doing any. I'm not doing anything. That means I'm not. Look at this. HTTP servlet is also a HTTP servlet is also a they defined as a
Abstract.
right. That means we cannot create object for that also. So these are the two things of the abstract classes. Just we are extending that class. So now I wrote a simple class by extending that, but I did not provide anything. It's a empty class now. Now, now if I compile this program, will it be compiled?
Yeah.
Let me compile this program. Okay. So let me take this program. You guys know this program, right? Let me go to here. What is the program name? What is the program name, guys? We took it. City.
City.
Hmm.
So
Search.
let's search. Search.
So
Let.
this search servlet Java. Okay, I'm pasting over here. Okay, simple. This is the package name we have. This one. Okay, now I have to compile it. So how to compile it? Just go to that. First, either Java C is working. No. So what I have to do? I have to set path. Set path equal to C program files Java JDK bin. Okay, this is done. And now Java C is working or not working? CLS. Java C, what is the class name, guys? Where that class is, what is the class name? City search, right? City search.java. I'm compiling. So when I'm compiling, it is saying that the package annotation does not exist. javax.html does not exist. These are the things. Where those
Set class
classes
path,
are
sir.
available. Yeah. Set the class path equal to class path equal to sorry class path equal to where that is class is a servlet API, right? So it is a part of servlet API. I gave the jar file to that class path. Okay. Now I'm going to compile it. So compile successfully. But as it is a the class the dot Java is with the package name, right? The package name, right? But whenever we are having with the package name, how to compile it? Can we compile directly? Can we compile it directly? So we have to compile like this, right? Java C hyphen D.
Dot
That what is the city dot?
CT search.
City search.
CT search.
Hyphen D is nothing but a directory, and dot
Direct
means create the
current
directory in the current location only.
current
Current location only. This is how we have to compile it. Now with the package name. Now we copy this thing and go to that program files, Apache software, Tomcat. Sorry, what happened? Where that program? I downloaded it right in my location also. Tomcat, Apache. Yeah, we have this. So this is the web apps folder, and mm, let me delete this one. Okay. I'm creating a simple project, guys. CSTPL. Okay. And CSTPL, you know that WebINF.
API
We are trying
XML.
to understand another way of creating the servlet program. Hmm? The classes folder, and
Lib
here the lib
lib folder.
web.xml.
Web.xml.
We have annotation concept also we can use, but if you want to use it, this web.xml configuration also you can use either way. So I'm going to paste it. This is the class. I pasted it here. Okay. So now, because I don't need to configure that servlet .xml, the reason is we already added the annotation, right? So whenever we are adding the annotation, it's not required to add that. Okay. Now I already created that. Let's go and start the server. Okay. Start the server. So when I start the server started successfully, but I got a some. Okay. So we added web.xml, right? So that is the reason. So that web.xml, at least we should have the main one tag, at least one tag. Otherwise, it will not be recognized as
Web
a web.xml. What is that tag? Root tag?
app.
Web app tag. Web app. Okay. Now I added it. Now let's go and start that server. So what we did, we just created a class with an empty class by extending HTTP servlet and compiled it and started deployed in the server. Now server started successfully. You guys know how to access that? How to access that? HTTP colon slash slash localhost
Host 80
colon agent
8080
port number
slash
of the server
sir.
number agent only slash
Say
slash what is the
project name.
project CSTPL
CSTPL
what is the
and
URL name?
city
This is the
sir.
URL of this is the
City
URL, right?
city search.
Yeah. So this is the URL. Now I'm trying to access it. Look at this. What is saying? Method not allowed. What it is saying?
Method
Method
not allowed.
not allowed. Look at this. So again, I'm going to send a Okay, so if you see that here 405, that means resource is available, but it is not allowed. It is saying that. Okay, so what will happen? I'm going to explain. Get is, see, by default what kind of method it is, but it is a get method.
It.
It's not supported by CRF. Yeah. So let me tell you that whole flow of this request. The moment when you try to access any resource from the browser, from a client, by like this, what will happen, it will uh, create the HTTP format, and this format will have the URL. It will go to the server. As soon as it reaches the server, server create the two objects. What are the two objects, guys? One is a request object, another one is a response object. The two objects will be created by the server. So once it is created, all the request data, whatever the request data which come from the browser, all the data will be placed in the request object by the server. Who does all those things? Server will do that, right? So the request data has the what kind of information, what is the URL you requested, and what is the input you gave. All data will be there in the request object. Correct, na? So till now we are clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now this is the first step. So that from the request object, after putting all the data in the from the request object, it will try to pick the URL. So what is the URL, guys? We are using slash
City
city
search.
search. So with that slash city search, any class is mapped, or any servlet class is there or not, it will check. Is it there or not? It is there. So if it is there, what it does is, what it does is, it 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 loads that class into the JVM memory. The server loads that class, that dot class of that servlet, what is mapped with that URL. So it will load that into JVM memory and create the object for that class. Create the object for that class. When it will do, if the URL is matching with the any class. Okay, if any class is mapping with that URL or not. If it is not there, then it will give the error called 404, URL not found, resource not found. But we got error 405 error, that is different. Now till now what it does, after creating a request object, response object, it will keep all the request data in the request object, and then it will pick the URL and search for that URL whether any class is mapped or not. If it is mapped, then it will load that class into the JVM memory, and it will create the object for that class. So for which class it will create object, guys? The class which we mapped. In our case, which class? That is, it will create object for which class, guys? Who is there?
City.
Server. City search servlet.
City
For the
search
city
server.
search servlet class, the server create the object. Now object is created by already by the server. And the next what it does is it calls the init method on that reference, because already server is created object, right? When it create by using new operator, it will create and hold the reference variable, right? That object. Generally what it does is servlet, I mean server. So city, like this, city servlet, uh second, guys. City servlet, uh like this is the line of the code it will do. Generally line of the code, this is how. So it creates. So by using this reference, this all done by the will done by the server, not by you. So it will call the
Yes,
init
start.
method.
Init
It
method.
will, it will call the init method.
Init
So
method.
once it call the init method, it will call the service method.
Service
So
method.
when it calls init method, so what it does, first it will call the init method. These all steps will done by the server. So once it call the init method, so what JVM will do, will look for this init method is available in city search
City
data.
search servlet.
Is it available?
No.
Is it available, guys? No.
Yes,
So then what it does? If it is not available, what it does? Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this step will done by the server by map set the map, and it will call the init method. When it call the init method, it will look for that init method in the first in the JVM in the servlet such servlet. It is not available. If it is not available, what server will do? What JVM will do? Server is not able to
So,
do JVM.
method not available.
Hmm?
sir. Super class, sir. Sir, JVM.
What superclass?
Sir, JVM search the init method, then it is not available, then go to super class, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah. So if it is not available in that class, it will go to the super class. What is the super class for this city search servlet?
HTTP
generic.
server.
Hmm?
HTTP server.
Yeah, HTTP servlet. So in a HTTP servlet is already init method is already implemented or not? If you want to look at
Yes,
that,
sir.
you can go in the document. The document have that information. So init method. Do you have init method here?
No, sir.
Is init
No,
method
sir.
is implemented in HTTP servlet?
No.
No. Then what it does?
Yes.
If it is not found init method in that HTTP servlet class, then what it does?
The generic servlet is super
It
class
will
of
go to
all.
the super class of that
Super
HTTP
class.
servlet.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the super class? Generic servlet. These are the basic concepts, guys. We already know that it's in core Java.
Sir.
Okay, then it will go that it look for the init method. Is there init
Init
method? Is
method.
there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have init method. It will call that. So of this will execute something. It will do the configuration. That's done. This is the first step. First step it will do. So once it is done, what server will do is server will try to call the service method, guys. Server will try to call the service method by
This
providing
method.
server already created the request and response object, right? The first before doing all this, those objects will be passed to this service method. So now you guys tell me when the server call this service method, what will happen? Either the service method is there in the city search servlet,
Sit search. No, no, sir. Just
it is not
go
available.
to
Then what it does?
go to
It will go to
search in
HTTP.
HTTP servlet.
Do we have that service method implementation is done in HTTP servlet? Look at this. Do we have this
Yes, sir.
uh, method service method implementation?
Yes, sir.
We have, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what it does is so it will go to the service method of the HTTP servlet, and inside that service method, um, HTTP servlet, it will check the it will check for the it will check for the method type. So method type in the sense means whenever you are sending a request, so you have the request method. So that methods are like get method, post method, delete method, so there are different kind of methods are there. Okay. So whenever you send like this all request, if you are calling like this, if you are calling this all requests or get requests, all requests are get requests. Now what kind of request it is? Get method, get request. Okay. When it comes to here get request, so what this service method will do is inside this HTTP servlet, it will identify that what kind of method it is, whether a get method or post method or that information will pick from the request object. The request object has all the information, right? In the first time it get the data. So based on that, so like it decided. So here what will happen, this service method internally call this http servlet service method. That means this is service method, this is service method, both are service method, but these are taking servlet request and servlet response. These are taking
HTTP.
HTTP servlet request
HTTP
and
server request.
HTTP response.
Server response.
Okay. So because these are based on the protocol, which protocol we are getting? It is HTTP.
HTTP protocol.
If you are using any other protocol, those guys can implement it. Okay. So they already implemented. What internally it does is service method will call internally this method. Which method? HTTP, which take another
HTTP.
service method which
HTTP
take the
server.
HTTP server request and HTTP response. In there, once it find that type protocol type, and then it will navigate to here. That is what it's saying. Dispatch client request to the protected service method. This is the protected service method. Okay. So then this method, what it does is internally, and uh, from that I told you that, so from that HTTP request it will identify the method type. Look at that. Receives standard HTTP request from the public service method and dispatch the m to the do xss method defined in the class. That means this is I'm just, this all completely internal flow I am explaining, guys. Okay. So so once the request, the JVM execute this service method which take the servlet request and servlet response, it will call internally that another service method which take the HTTP servlet request and response by preparing that. Okay. Request and response. Once it is one, while executing this service method of this HTTP servlet request and response, it will identify the method type and it will call that particular method. If the method is get method, it will call the do get method. If it is a method is post method, it will call the post method. Like that, they added some if conditions there, and based on the type, they will call that. So that code is there inside that service method. So what type of method we are our request is, what kind of request method? It is
Get
get
method.
request.
Get
Get
request.
request. So when it is a guest request, what this will do, it will call do get method. So
Do
do
get.
you have do get method inside this HTTP servlet? We have.
Yes, sir.
We have, right? We have, right? So what is the code inside? It will call immediately do get method. So what is the code? It is there is called by the server via the service method to allow servlet to handle get request. Okay. They don't do anything here. They don't do anything here. So they just do that. It will, when you call the do get method, what JVM will do first, it will not search immediately in the HTTP servlet. It will search always in the city servlet, because current running object is city servlet. Do you have that get method? Do get method in implemented in city search servlet? We don't
No,
No,
implement.
sir.
We have not implemented. Then what? It will go to the super class. The super class has that do get method. It will execute the do method. So that execute is nothing but a, that is returning here. This is the message. That do get method is method not allowed, because as you are not implemented. So look at this. I'm going to implement it. Do get method. So look at this. Do get implemented. Okay. So I'm just overriding it and do get method. Okay. So now what I will do is, same thing. I will take this code. I will take this code and let me go to where it is. Uh, yeah, serve, and yeah, let me go here. I'm replacing the code. So what extra thing I did? I just override the do get method, because do get method is also already a there in the HTTP servlet. I just override it. Hmm. Now I have to compile it. Let me compile. I compiled it successfully. Okay. Now let me take this the package and okay, yeah. So download that Apache web apps CSTPL WebNF classes. I'm removing that and pasting the new one. Okay, and going to bin folder, and I have to restart the server because I changed the code, source code, right? Server started. Now let's go and do the request again. This time, am I getting any method not allowed error or something? I'm
No, sir.
getting empty. Look at this. Now this time I got 200,
Sir.
200 status. So what happened is the same thing will happen, but when this method, this HTTP servlet service method, which takes the request object and response object of the HTTP servlet request and response, this method will call do get method. When it called any method, I mean, first it will go and look at this in the city search. It is there or not? It is there. Then it will execute. We did not provide anything. That's the reason we are not getting anything. But if you don't override this, that HTTP serverless method is saying that not allow, because you have nobody implemented or nobody overridden that method for that logic, because they don't know the business logic, right? They did not, what they have to do, they don't know. That's the simply way. They're simply saying that method not allowed because nobody implemented it. Okay, here I am writing here response dot get writer. So if I write response dot get writer and print and something in do get, so this message will come back to this message will come back to this message will come back to this browser. Okay, this is the flow. When you send any request, this is the complete flow for any servlet. If you write 100 servlet also, the same flow will happen. Okay, got it? So that means instead of uh, service method, you can override do get method also. But you, let's say, if you override, let's assume if you override service method, I'm just overriding the service method which takes the HTTP servlet and request. Okay, if I do that, so what will happen? Whether this method will call or this method will call, which method will call if I send a request? Which method will be called, guys? Hmm? Which method will call? Just guess it. I provided two methods in the city search servlet. One is the do get method and the service method. Now I send a request for this servlet. So which method will be executed?
Request method, sir.
Which method?
Service method. Service method, sir.
Because the flow is first it will try to call the service method. That service method internally calling the do get or do post in the HTTP servlet. But we already override our service method of HTTP servlet in the city search servlet. Whatever the code, it will not execute that code in the HTTP servlet service method. If it executed the HTTP servlet service method, then it will call the do get or do post. But we already override that. So when it is override, if it won't go there and it won't try to call the do get or do post method. It will directly execute it, whether it is whatever the method it is, if the get or post, whatever method it will always call the service method. So it will execute always service method. This is all the continuous flow, guys. You should remember all this flow. Okay, this method overriding, writing coding, these are all things you know. That only thing is architecture level, how the request goes, how the response comes, how it execute. This thing it is very important, and you have to understand it. Any doubts, guys, so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so just do practice with this HTTP servlet. Try to create a programs with the HTTP servlet by extending HTTP servlet and overriding the do get or service method, and trying to send some data and getting the data, some dummy or something. Try to do some practice on that. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
So going forward, we will try to create any servlet with the extending HTTP servlet only, and the logic also will provide the same. Okay. So any
Okay.
doubts, guys, for?
No, sir.
Okay, guys. Thank you.